His Excellency Ambassador of Kuwait to Pakistan, respected Foreign Secretary, Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, colleagues from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and other ministries, distinguished guests from business community, media, and other walks of life, ladies and gentlemen, good morning and assalamu alaikum. Ahlan wa sahlan duyufana al-muhtarmeen. I, Rabiel Kennedy,
And
Assistant Director, Strategic Communications Division.
And I, Mohammad Atif, from Middle East Directorate.
On behalf of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Pakistan and the Embassy of the State of Kuwait, I extend a very warm welcome to all of you at this joint event commemorating 60th anniversary of establishment of diplomatic relations between the Islamic Republic of Pakistan and the State of Kuwait. Today's event showcases the historical relations in the form of a specially curated photo exhibition that pays a befitting and heartfelt tribute to 6 decades of strong and enduring Pak-Kuwait diplomatic ties.
This event is also a testament to the strong ties between the two countries and a manifestation of our cultural affinity, long-standing bilateral relations, and people-to-people linkages. Let us formally commence this August gathering with the recitation from Holy Quran.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I request all of you to rise from your seats in respect of the national anthems of Kuwait and Pakistan.
Ladies and gentlemen, while the modern diplomatic relations were established between the two countries almost 6 decades ago, the religious, emotional, intellectual, and trade linkages between the people of the two countries date back more than this span. This unique relationship permeates to the very heart of our two nations. Let us have a glimpse of the bilateral relationship over the years through a micromentary.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to invite the Ambassador of Kuwait to Pakistan, His Excellency Nasar Abdul Rahman Al Mutairi, for his remarks. His Excellency shall also shed light on the gift of this amazing model of ship by Government of Kuwait to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Biniaba an Wazarat Al Kharjiya Al Pakistaniya, Shukran Jazilan Lekum. For non-Arabic speakers, we actually thanked our Kuwaiti brothers on behalf of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs for this valuable gift of Al Boom, a Kuwaiti sailing ship which is a significant part of Kuwaiti history. His Excellency, please join us on stage.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على سيد خلق الله. Your Excellency محترمة حنا رباني Kahar, Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, Your Excellency Ambassador Dr. Asad Majid Khan, Foreign Secretary, Excellencies and dear colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. As the two countries celebrate the 60th anniversary of establishment of diplomatic relations, I am honored to convey the best regard of the State of Kuwait leadership, government, and people to the Islamic Republic of Pakistan leadership, government, and people. Yes, 60 years have passed on this occasion, but the history of the relation between the two countries goes back to a long time before that, and I do not exaggerate if I say from the beginning of the 19th century, through the port of Karachi city, which was a main hub of trade in the region. and maybe the sport is a clear example. During this period, the two countries enjoyed stable and growing relations and were characterized by the two countries standing by each other. Perhaps one of its most prominent milestones are Islamic Republic of Pakistan standing by the Kuwaiti right on the 1990 by sending their troops, cleaning the mind. The state of Kuwait also stood by the Islamic Republic of Pakistan in the event of 2005 earthquake, the 2010 floods, and the recent flood, which is our wajib towards our brothers. The Islamic Republic of Pakistan stood by the state of Kuwait and supported it during the COVID-19 by sending a specialized medical team when it was most needed. In fact, I saw just in the report it was mentioning 1900. In fact, I'm happy and honored to say until today it's past 2600 between doctors, nurses, and technicians. And it will be continued cooperation in the health sector, followed by medicine and surgical equipment. We are looking forward to develop the relation between our two countries, which are moving in the right direction, and there is a common will to develop these distinguished relation and cooperation to a wider horizon. In conclusion, I would like to convey the thanks and greeting of His Excellency, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Sheikh Salem, of the State of Kuwait, all the officials of the ministry, and myself to the esteemed Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Islamic Republic of Pakistan and its honorable officials for their kind preparation of this great ceremony on this occasion, which really reflect the warmth and the desire of our both country to enhance it, which will be motivation for us in both countries to launch this relationship in more solid foundation in the future. Kuwait, Pakistan, Dosti, Zindabad. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May I add upon request of my child here to brief remarks about this gift, my lady. In fact, when I say beginning of the 19th century, this is a symbol of the real boat on that time used to sail between North Gulf, Arabian Peninsula, which now Saudi Arabia, Iraq, Iran, passing all the state of the Gulf, reaching Karachi. From Karachi, South Asia, then to East Africa, Zanzibar, carrying from their dates, ghee, horses, Arabian horses, and on the way back taking rice, wood, cement, spices, sugar. So the trade this lasted until mid of the 20th century, in the late 50s. So it is, the capacity reached almost 400 tons in that time. So it's a genuine one, and we are honored that you receive it. We are gratitude for that thing. The other thing, ma'am, is the distinguished guest is a box. In fact, nowadays we can call it cover. On that time, they used, of course, you can see the two logo of Kuwait and this occasion ceremony. It used to be presented as a gift for them in marriages, from the groom to the bride side, just a few days before they shift to live together. Contains some gift, simple gift, of course, maybe some cabra clothes, and has a small mirror inside with a comb and perfume. And the size of the box depends on the finance of the groom family. So it could be small, could be medium, could be. And in fact, allow me to say thank you also from my side to my wife. She was personally supervise it and send it. Maybe she just want to be sure it was empty, no gift. So no new project of because we love this country too much. So she made it is empty, and she have some connection with some of my colleague. He's there. I know him. He's her jasus. He said, if he is Fahad, that you can, just if there is something, you just put him inside and ship him back. I really thank you, and allow me, ma'am, also with 2 points. First, best wishes, gratitude from my foreign minister for all the official and his brother, Bilal Bhutto, your esteemed self, from the Secretary of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Mansour, to all of you. Gratitude. There was supposed to be a message, video message, but unfortunately, because of some technical, we couldn't receive it on the proper time. Of course, we are looking forward to enhance and do our best. We have the common goal to achieve khair, and Pakistan, inshallah, will come out, and we want to be an important part of the near future, inshallah, bright future waiting for this country. It will be also, and allow me, ma'am, also for, this is personal, to convey my message to my colleague from the Diplomatic Corps and the guest of our National Day on the 22nd. In fact, for a shortage of time, it was unfortunate we delivered the invitation just 1 day or 2 days before the occasion. And secondly, we have some special program supposed to be official. That's why it's been sent by Mr. only. Otherwise, such function, we will be honored to receive you all, Mr. and Mrs. So my deep regret and sorrow for each one of you and to your respected spouse, and gratitude if there was some we didn't have the chance to receive them. Looking forward, inshallah, in the future to receive them all with pleasure. I really am also happy to see some of my colleague, ma'am, Ambassador Ali Haidar, Ambassador Dastagir. They are in fact they are the previous ambassador in Kuwait. So I was so happy to see them. And we are in coordination now with my colleague, Ambassador Malik, and our boss here, Additional Secretary of Middle East. We have some strategic, we have some plan. We will concentrate in 1 or 2 fields we can really achieve, and then we can, of course, with your leadership. And I thank you all for giving me this time and opportunity.
Thank you, Excellency, for your remarks and beautiful explanation of this gift. I would now like to invite our chief guest, Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, Ms. Henar Banikar, to join us on the stage for her remarks.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning to everyone. It is really my pleasure, Excellency, to be here. Let me first of all say that we are combined by history, by geography, and certainly by the hearts that beat in the people of the 2 countries. And I think your explanation today, we could see how closely you felt to the people of Pakistan and how history and geography bind the 2 countries together. So let me say it is truly my honor to be in any capacity associated with the celebration of 60 years of diplomatic relations, but also the celebration of centuries of relations between the people of the two countries. As you all know, we are gathered here today to celebrate the 60 years of excellent fraternal diplomatic relations between our two countries. I am truly pleased to be unveiling also the logo to mark the ceremony representing the 60th anniversary of our diplomatic relations. But Ambassador, let me say that no logo can be bigger than this gift that you give, where you explain to us that your spouse, your lady wife herself curated the gift for the people of Pakistan. And I'm also very pleased to find out that this is a Kuwaiti gift which was prepared in Pakistan. I think that really adds a special color to the gift, to the giver of the gift and to the receiver of the gift. I can assure you that today's event will be the start of a series of events which will commemorate these intense bonds that we've had between the two countries. And I don't think anyone needs to be reminded that Pakistan and Kuwait have covered a good distance in strengthening diplomatic bilateral relations, and have also been able to realize some of them or transform and translate some of them into economic relations. You mentioned some of them as you spoke. Let me mention some of them to this August gathering. The Pakistan-Kuwait Investment Company continues to be an important force to bind the businesses between the two countries and create opportunities. I still think they can do so much better than what they have done so far in terms of attracting capital from there and investments in each other's countries. Expanding countrywide network of Mizan Bank. It is very interesting for me because as I was reading these notes, I was noticing that in my village, the closest town, the only bank that operates there is Mizan Bank. So I have an account in the Sanawa branch of Mizan Bank, and because no other bank operates over there. So this is obviously telling as to how fast the network has expanded. The Kuwait Foreign Petroleum Exploration Company with successful ventures in Pakistan is another example. And of course, the Kuwait Investment Authority's developmental and renewable energy projects are very important examples. And as Pakistan forays more and more into converting its energy requirements to renewable, I think this potential can also be widened as we go forward into the next years and the next decades, inshallah. Now, most importantly, I feel that the Pakistani community has played a pivotal role in the relations between the two countries, in solidifying the bonds of mutual cooperation and friendship between our two countries. And we have shown through the difficulties that the two countries have faced, that the people of the country, not only the governments, the states, fully supported by the people of the two countries, have actually stood behind each other during difficult times. I remember I was just a student in school when Kuwait was attacked. And I remember all of Pakistan getting behind our brotherly country on that particular occasion. I also remember very clearly the earthquake of 2005, and I was on the field in Muzaffarabad and various other areas where the earthquake had felt, and I remember seeing the Kuwaiti people's generosity over there, not only in terms of money, but also in kind, in terms of their people, the medical camps, etc. And it is times of need that we show how much we care for each other. And most importantly, I would say that there are not many examples in the world where one country's people are willing to take shahadat to protect the people of the other countries. And here I remind you of Pakistani soldiers being in the forefront of efforts in clearing mines in the Bubiyan islands of Kuwait, and we all know that a number of them embraced shahadat during those operations. So I think no bigger testimony of a people's love for the other people, devotion, and can be given. Pakistani doctors, medical professionals, and diaspora have supported Kuwait's efforts in mitigating the efforts of COVID-19 pandemic, and in that they created the seeds of a relationship within the health sector, which is, I see, to be one of the main areas where more collaboration and cooperation is happening as we speak, and has opened the doors for more collaboration to happen, hopefully, in the next years and decades. As I said, we look forward to further expanding our collaboration in this regard, and I'm sure Kuwait's liberalization of visa regime for Pakistani businessmen and skilled professionals would immensely boost our mutually beneficial ties in the future. Now, as we feel pride in the strong bilateral relations which have been developed over the last 60 years between both these countries, we also look forward to strengthening them in all areas of mutual interest as we move forward. I echo the sounds of the ambassador when he says that it is extremely important for any two countries to be very, very concentrate on areas which are mutually beneficial, where we have win-win, and where the two countries have competitive advantage. I think far too often, and because the entire diplomatic corps is over, or at least substantial diplomatic corps is over here, I can say this: far too often we want to do everything with everyone. And I think that's not a recipe for success, that's a recipe for disaster mostly. Typically, every country has competitive advantages, every country has needs, every country has demands, every country has supply advantages. And it is really important for us as diplomats to marry the supply and demand of competitive advantages and requirements. And really, that is what can boost relations, not having a list of 10, 12 areas of cooperation, but really having a list of 2 or 3. And this is also a management rule. Often when I look at briefs which have been presented, if they have 2 priorities, I know the person has done their job and the work has been done. So I say for the next 60 years to concentrate on areas where we truly have competitive advantages. Clearly the Pakistani diaspora would be one of them. Skilled manpower would be another. The health sector has emerged as a major area of possible collaboration, cooperation as we go forward. And we can also look at IT. Certainly food insecurity and agriculture are areas, and I will stop here because I think when you say 5 more things, I will be unlearning my own lesson. So I can tell you, Ambassador, the way you spoke to us today, we can tell you that you consider yourself to be a brother of Pakistan. For the presence of all the Pakistani ambassadors, or at least a few of them who have served this relationship well in the past, and further for those who will come in the future to serve this. So here is to Pakistan, Kuwait friendship, long friendship between the 2 states, the 2 governments, and certainly the 2 people. Pakistan, Kuwait friendship, Zindabad.
Thank you, Madam. Ladies and gentlemen, as you all know, this year marks the completion of 6 decades of our diplomatic relations. In the past 60 years, the relationship between our 2 countries has evolved into a dynamic partnership. Today, we celebrate this exemplary resilience and dynamism of our bilateral relations. To mark this milestone, I would like to request our Honorable Minister of State and Ambassador of Kuwait to please come on stage and unveil our jointly prepared logo commemorating Pak-Kuwait relations at 60. Followed by digital unveiling, His Excellency, Ambassador of Kuwait, shall also present a shield to Minister of State depicting this joint logo.
Ladies and gentlemen, the relations between Pakistan and Kuwait have grown stronger and deeper with each passing day. Our historical linkages depict deep-rooted affinities with each other. Let us have a glimpse of the unforgettable memories through 60 years of diplomatic relations. This beautifully curated exhibition is being displayed on both sides of the hall. All guests are requested to take a round of the exhibition and enjoy the refreshments. Thank you for being with us.